Hi. Hi, this is Larry from Freedom Phones, and we're going to go over a little bit about the homepage and the apps and shortcuts that are on these pages. So, the Freedom Phone has three um, home pages, I guess you could say. So, you can scroll from left to right, and there'll be three full screens. The apps that you see on here are actually shortcuts. So, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of stuff on here, but actually, there is. If you can add and remove, these are shortcuts. You can add and remove them and also move them around. So first of all, these are shortcuts for apps that appear on the phone. So we go down to this short button here, the homepage button, and we just draw up. Now these are all the apps that are actually on the phone. This is different from the iPhone, where if it's if it's on the homepage, what you see is what you get. So you can scroll through many screens and all the apps will be on there, many pages, but it gets very cluttered. In this case, we can move these around and drop them, obviously the same as other desktops, but you can put as many shortcuts on any of the home pages that you want. And you simply, in this case, if I want to file manager, I wanted to put file manager onto any one of these, I can drag it around and see the little circle that pops up, kind of shows you where the icon's going to drop. If I go to the right, you'll see the next page is highlighted, and the next page is highlighted, and then I can drop it anywhere. Pick it up and move it again and drop it anywhere. Now, if you wanted to add it to, say, another icon, if you wanted to make a group or a folder, let's go back here one page and let's add it to this one up here. Just put it right next to it, kind of put over it, and you'll see that they'll sort of highlight each other. And now it becomes a folder, and you can actually call it a name. Okay, you can name it whatever you want to name it. So now it's a folder, and you can have a whole bunch of apps inside this. So you can organize your desktop. This one here has got a bunch of stuff in it, and you can name them however you want. So you could have a home page with work stuff. You could have a home page with family stuff, or everyday tasks and things like that, and then one for just whatever, weather and different things like that. So you can designate each homepage separately, and you can move the icons and make groups of as many or little few of the apps as you want. Now you can move these any of the shortcuts on the desktop, and make groups with them. You just hold it over top of them, and then if you have a folder, you can grab these and drag them back out again, and it takes the folder away, and now it separates all it. If you had more than one, so you had 3 in there, and you just take out one of them, the other 2 still stay in the folder. So you have some customization, and any of these folders or groups are available for any of the home pages. This row down here, which is, I put the popular ones, the ones I use the most down here: phone, tasks, Signal, encrypted chat, the Brave browser, and the camera. You can also make these into groups. If you go over top, you'll see how it highlights, and you can now make a folder out of that and have additional. You can add and remove as many as you want. If you take one of these out, you can put something else in its place. These 5 here will stay on every screen. You'll see it on every screen. So if you're in tasks, for instance, you start to pull up, you'll see that these are also they also appear in the bottom, and you're going between apps. These are all apps that are open. So if I move the home indicator up just a little bit, it pops up. These are all the apps that are currently running. Okay? And anytime you touch this home button, it'll take you back to the previous, so this screen here. If I go up and go to tasks and I come back, it's going to pop up to this screen. If I start out with this screen and I'm in this app and I go back to the home screen, it's going to go back to that screen instead of this one. So wherever you left off, it's going to end up at that home page, if that makes any sense. So you can add and remove, swap these out, and also make groups with any of these 5 icons at the bottom. And you can also make groups of them by dragging one of these and putting it on top. It'll make a grouping of those apps. And you can also drag if you pull up. So if you pull up, I'll do this real slowly. This is a home button. If I pull up a little bit, it brings up the app. If I pull up and continue to pull up, it brings up the app tray. If you had 100 or so apps, you can do a search up here, and these are all alphabetized as you go down, so from A to Z. If you do a search, if you know the name of it and you do a search, it'll pop up the ones that are as you spell. Oops, I can't even spell. See, F-I-L. So you can grab. It'll just start sorting as you type files. Yeah. So that's in the app tray if you're looking for a specific app.